Welcome back, everybody. And just getting back into it here. This is day 7 of coding a game in Rust until I land a new job. Really diving deep into Rust, really diving deep into 3D. Haven't really done much professionally, dabbled here and there, just playing around. This is where we left off a few days ago. Grabbed this car model and just plopped it into my test environment here. This version is already a little bit old. Jumping into 0.5. Let's recompile this. Just kind of show you some of the progress here. I was happy with where the physics were landing, and set up a model inside of Blender, and exported that model to build a track. We got some roll and yaw in here, and this thing starts to become pretty quick. Falling. Then started working on the heads-up display. Thought it'd be really cool to start visualizing what the speed of your player was. So we added a new HUD system. And now, at this point, also added a sky dome back into it. If I go full screen here, there's something wrong at this level, at this build. The HUD got screwed up. And let's recompile now that we are on the latest here. All right, there we go. There's our speedometer. And starting to like these physics. Still feels a little bit too fast and too jerky. Part of it too is that this racetrack is really tight. This is a tight little course, and bouncing off the walls feels a bit erratic. So my next goal here is to implement a weapons system, give our ship some firepower. And then after weapons, we're going to need targets. So I'm thinking about creating a new class. Oh, I'm not thinking about it. I have to create a new class for targets. Whether those targets are going to be non-player characters or potentially other players. One of my goals in this is to also make this multiplayer, and do that over a socket. Who knows what kind of socket speeds we'll get off of something like an AWS Lambda, if it's going to be playable or not. Should be. But that will introduce a totally new dynamic. Also, the goal of this is to really explore just exactly, the limitations of AI and what it can do. I've been using ChatGPT straight up in the browser, a little bit of Copilot in my IDE, but no deep integrations, just straight up feeding prompts, feeding code to the prompts. And last couple of days, I really didn't have much time to stream, but I did get to work on things in between. A lot of life stuff going on, and some of those developments I think came out really well. I'm also aiming with these sessions to try to implement a feature an hour, which is a pretty high clip. I don't think I could do that without AI's assistance. But I'm keeping a really tight grip on the architecture. And if AI drifts outside of the architecture, I'm shutting it down and rerouting. I think a lot of people expect AI to one-shot their solution all the way from start to finish. That day may come. May come sooner than even I want to admit. As a developer, makes a living writing code and using my experience. But I think architecture is one of those things that you got to have a lot of experience across a lot of different things to understand how one small decision could change the performance of a complicated and dynamic system. So really digging this. It's actually fun to play. A lot of fun playing your own game. I feel like the brakes are still a little bit too slow. Maybe the brakes need to get strengthened. And also, I'm not really happy with see what's happening there. Like every once in a while, I'll fall off the edge, or I should be falling off the edge, but I have enough velocity that I guess I'm skipping through the air a little bit. Although it feels like that. We just did it again. And there again. Almost getting good enough that I can repeat it. Hey, if I can repeat it, might be able to fix it. I've also switched to using OpenAI's Codex, which is pretty phenomenal. I've been waiting for this this kind of integration for a while, and I think it's been just hanging out there in my sidebar for a couple of weeks before I really gave it a try. I had tried the Codex in Terminal that I believe OpenAI apologized that they named two products the same thing. Maybe to them it is the same core with two different user interfaces, which is fine. But the Git integration in the browser, hey, look at that! Got that skipping effect again. It's pretty awesome. Connect your Git repository and start feeding it tasks. You can see I've already merged quite a few branches from this, and my process is to basically give it something new to chew on, and give it some direction. I've got a agents.md, a markdown. The first few runs, the Codex agent was going way too deep, and it was trying to compile, it was trying to run tests, it was trying to do a full release management suite of things. I didn't even spell that correctly. Description. So my process has been to give it new tasks, and then it comes back and gives me a PR to review. So we're going to hit that PR, and we're going to wait for it to show up inside of our repo. There we go. Got a new branch to check out. Gotta love that. And what I'll typically do after the branch is pushed, let's let's just recompile it. I took a look through the code just a second ago, but yeah, obviously you want to look at the code. You want to see what it's giving you. Make sure it's not trying to take over the world and build nothing but paperclips. We don't want a paperclip maximizer. So I asked it for a weapons system, which I thought might actually get flagged. And the weapon system should be producing a laser beam coming out the front of our ship, our cuboid right now. Doesn't look like it is so far. Let's go back into the changes and see what it's attempting to do. So we're at there. And we got a fire rate, a new global, fire timer. And we got our weapons, and we have our weapons plug-in. Okay, well, that's all looking so good. And we add that there into the world. Let's look at weapons. We got our cuboid. It's got a red laser coming out, but we're not seeing it. Too small. Just make it massive. Make sure that it's just not too small. And recompile. Hey, I see some stuff. Do. I like it. For some reason it's not getting any color. Alright, so what I'm going to do, like now that that's there, I'm going to say this is a great start. However, the laser geometry should emit its own light, and it should light up the meshes around it. Pretty impressive. I think also the real thing, the real boost is making sure that your application has a strong pattern, has a strong design pattern, and getting into this. Getting into this, like we have a pretty strong culture set up. But what Codex was doing now, you know, it's going to take a look at the current changes. I wonder if it's going to update the other materials in the world, things like the terrain or the ship. Right now the scene only has one single point light. That's a goal for a little bit further down the road, is to add some lighting to the rest of the track. Okay, I am really loving the little animation. I don't know if you saw that, but that was the running a command animation. That was slick. There it goes again. Eyeballs left, right, down, back into a prompt. Oh, those clever engineers. It's got to be crazy working inside of OpenAI. I heard they are churning through people. Some burnout happening. But who really knows? Like, really know what to believe anymore on the internet. I'm going to just discard these changes until the new PR comes out. Pretty quick. Right now we are listening to this artist called Merv, M-E-R-V. My homie Eric the other day sent it to me, and it was right up my alley. I think it's two dudes out of Berlin. While that's baking in the background, here's our Blender scene. The paths for the track and the rings are all on Bezier curves so that we can adjust it and whatnot. Some of the effects are oh, that's right, I already baked those geometries. So I've got to come up with a better way of managing my my Blender assets, because you know, there's things that I want to make editable, but the export process is kind of a pain in the ass right now, because it's like, okay, apply the array modifier that's going to actually build out the track and build out the rings throughout the track. But if you apply that, then you can't make any adjustments back to the original geometry. So I'm gonna try to figure out like what little production tips I can find or make that will make editing these layers and levels easier. Because you know, I want to make a bunch of different tracks, a bunch of different worlds, and I want to be able to make tweaks without having to completely redo the geometries and put those back out there. All right. Time to put together my PR with all the changes made. I would say so. This one took a little bit longer. It seems to run a lot faster in the warnings. Could just be subjective. Okay. So we've got, we should have a new branch up here. I'm gonna pull it. Oh yeah, forgot to hit update branch. I wonder if I tell agents.md wonder if we can tell the agent to automatically push it when it's done. Don't wait for confirmation, just ship it. All right, let's recompile, see if we've got some lit lasers. color red does not exist. Emissive. Convert linear RGB. Yeah. Okay. Looks like the only two problems there. Yeah, it's really funny. It seems like it almost gets everything like 99% right. Hey, we got lasers, and they're glowing. That's badass. Whoa, is it already hitting? Like, did you see that? Am I able to hit a building? Let's try to get stopped and perched. Stop! Get up on that ledge. There we go. Can't tell if that's just being lit up, right? It's cool now. Oh, that was the other update. Added, you know, the debug controls to actually help with. Hey, that's cool. Let's change the fire rate. Wow. Let's fly around with that. No! Gotta fix the camera height. 1.9 is good. Distance, too far behind gets crazy. Let's play at 8.7. Oh, that's cool. All right, so we're 23 minutes on that feature. Let's go ahead and commit this. Crushed that one. And since we pushed that up, let's go ahead and merge it. Push, and I don't know, you tell me. Is that worth a version tag? I think so. Right. Okay, I'm gonna take my terrain here, and I'm gonna save a copy to, let's call this targets. Alright, so we got targets now, and the only thing I'm going to keep from this is the Bezier curve of the track. It's a really thin line, but you should be able to see that, especially if it's lit up like that. And I'm just gonna add make the cube red. Saving that. Oh, not good. I just saved it as terrain. It's okay. We got get. Alright, and we're going to export this GLB. We're going to export it as targets. Then we're going to revert the change to our last terrain. Let's discard the change there. And let's add our targets to the repo. Push that up and tell Codex what's up. I just added a new mesh to the assets called targets.glb. Let's load this into the world as a plugin. I would like the laser to destroy the target. The target should have 100 hit points. And each laser hit should be 5 hit points. Once its hit points are exhausted, just remove the target for now. We will come up with a explosion sequence later. All right. And we're going to simultaneously, while that is going, it's starting the container. The weapons system should not be infinite. We should have a limited amount of power that each shot takes. At most, holding down the shooting method should, let's think about this. Full weapons should allow for 3 seconds of fire when fired continuously. After it's exhausted, it should replenish. How do you spell replenish? Over the course of 5 seconds. Checking my endless text messages. We've got college admissions going on in this house. complicated process. Really happy with these lasers. I haven't hit any limits yet with codecs, which I'm afraid to say that out loud because maybe it's going to come to a screeching halt here in just a second. All right, we're fetching. Oh, once again, forgot to hit create PR. Let's do that. Let's tell the agents to automatically do that and fix this typo. Okay, that PR has been created. Okay, so we added the targets now, and let's see, we got targets plugin, and a new targets class. It's pretty much following the pattern, which is very nice to see. No warnings, that's great. Let's compile. Just at the 33-minute mark right now. I'd have to cut it a little short, but we got a feature out that's cool with me. Where's our target? Not seeing the target. Hiding anywhere? Anybody see it? Not hiding somewhere. I'm just going to make it massive. I'm going to save the file. We want it at 0, 0. Already got the hit points in there. Hey, there's our target. Our target's there. Let's log out what's happening. See if it's getting a laser hit or not. Oh no. I should spawn a little closer. Okay, we are not getting laser hits yet, otherwise we'd see them down here. Are we adding? Okay, we're adding the laser hit system. It's taking lasers. Let's find where target plugin is getting used. Yeah, it's there. But how exactly does the laser interact with the weapons? Some note here of some of the changes there. Let's also go back and look the laser cooldown. Yeah. It's cool. Stash those. Stash that as well. Because we're going to be pulling down the latest here and giving it a test run. Forgot to create the PR again. A new branch. There's our new branch. We're just gonna clone it and compile. Okay, so in this branch we should run out of lasers. Looks like we have infinite. Let's go and add some debugging here. delta, 5 seconds. Increase that to 8 seconds. 1 second. Just to be a little bit more dramatic, we'll finesse it, but this should, I think maybe the recharge is happening quick enough for the fire rate to, there we go. Now we can see that fire rate down there. See that energy left at 0.02. Yep, so we're running out of weapons. If we hold it down the entire time, it's only going to fire one off every once in a while. That's good. So getting it fully recharged. Cool. I think that's feature complete. I'm going to go ahead and budging recharge rates. Pushing that branch up, and I'm going to go ahead and merge it since it's in a good place. Merge to main. And let's tag it 0.9. Push it. Alright, back to this other branch. Got just about 15 minutes left. I like seeing these purple merged. I've added a debug to see if the target's HP ever goes down. And it does not. I am confused as to how the laser and weapons system interacts with target systems. They're a missing connection. Currently in game, the target HP never goes down, and the lasers do hit the target, but nothing happens to the target's HP. Analyze the relationship and make sure the weapons system is influencing target system. Add debugging lines where needed. All of this feels so unreal, and it's like I don't know. A couple years ago, woke up in a brand new world, and it's mind-blowing. It's fun, kind of scary. Got all my Slack homies. While it is doing that. Actually, you know, what I'd really like to do is work on working on these speedometer graphics, doing a SVG of the speedometer. What I'd like is actually for this to like have like a kind of like a thrusty curve. And of course, Illustrator had to change up everything. I don't want to customize the interface. I learned the interface for a reason. Where's this hiding? Why it's not rendering the way I wanted it to. I just realized that the squares were, the rectangles were a blend in Illustrator, and that might not be coming through on the SVG correctly. So many little production snafus. All right, so we're gonna use Pathfinder here, and we're going to subtract the top shape. That didn't work. Again, we're gonna have to join all of these. Compound. Make compound paths. There we go. Compound path now. And now we should be able to subtract. There we go. It's more of a race car-y kind of vibe for a throttle. What's this line here? Is that like an extra artboard? We don't need you. Go away. Stick that. I'm probably going to change this again. I just want to prove out a point. Hey, that was kind of a happy accident. Use these for like boost or something. Now we'll save that. Didn't even have the Illustrator file saved. Export for screens. Mask, gradient, export. Yep. Cool. Let's see where we're at here. Okay. Update the branch. Most of the work is there in targets. We got some that just looks like formatting in that first block. Well, we made our laser public. Okay. we are bringing in the laser. This looks promising. Pull. Recompile. Homie August has been sending me a lot of really cool AI stuff that he's been studying and workshopping on his workbench, and I need to get caught up. Oh, remember the targets? Yes. Seem to blast that up in the sky. We don't need it to do that. We need it to stay at 0, 0. Fix that in the last patch. See if we can find this target again. Here he is. Oh, he's up in the sky. Are we hitting him? Looks like we're hitting him. Stop. Okay, that's got to be hitting him. Still not seeing any console logs. Got just a couple of minutes here before I gotta bail. Let's see if we're even getting a signal from lasers. This is the probably the deepest I've been inside of like using a plugin system like this in Rust. I don't really fully understand. Like I totally get like functional programming, and this isn't. But okay, we're checking for hits. Filling up that console with some messages, but we're not getting hits. If dist less than 1.0. Let's find out what dist is. Yeah, we don't need that. Let's just find out what the dist is. Oh, that's the decimal resolution of a float on a string. That's pretty clever. That's kind of that looks broken though. Kind of like how lifetimes are managed in Rust with the single apostrophe. Some trolly syntax there. It's all right. We're grown-ups. We can handle it. All right. The dist. So much dist. I'm gonna just try to, let's clear the console. So much is happening that kind of hard to capture. Let's get one shot. Look at that. Okay. The dist is 42. That target, we made it tall for a reason, so that we could hit it at ground level. That's Yep, targets.glib. Let's apply this stash so we get a taller column to work with. Literally have 5 minutes. All right, up against the clock. One shot. Boom. Yeah, that should have been a direct hit. How is that 65? Oh, not even colliding with the target. We're gonna have to fix that. Get a clean console again. Yeah, that disc is never that small. There's something, you know, I bet you it's disting to the origination point. That's what it's doing. It's the 0 point. So if I respawn, I bet you the dist is really low. Let's put money on it. Hey, just hit. See that? It's because we're at 0. So it's hitting over and over. Target HP is now 0. Laser hit system. So our target is going to have to always be oriented at 0. It's not going out and getting the tri-mesh the same way that like the terrain works. Really happy about this though. That is that's an easy fix. So if we, you know, I really want to see this, and it's okay if I'm a little bit late. So I'm gonna take my target again here and stick it at 0 in our scene. So that's where that's at. We're not going to use the Bezier of the road anymore. And let's export this as a target. And let's recompile. That's going to be right at the spawn point too. Yeah. So I'm already into it before we get there. So we're going to target this guy. Bam. That's a hit. That's a miss. That's a miss. Bam, 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 bam. Those are going to be the sound effects. I'm just going to come back and record this. I shit you not. I'm going to throw them into Ableton, add some distortion, and that's going to be it. Mark my words. Okay. I like where this is. I'm very happy. Inside of 1 hour, we got like 2.5 features out of this guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and commit everything. Let's call it refinement of targeting and HP. Push it. And we're gonna let GPT know it did a good job. I'm sure somebody over there at OpenAI is watching Codex analytics and seeing how many branches are getting closed on projects. This is not 1.0. We are 0.10. Alright guys, we are literally at 1 hour on the stream on the dot, recapping. I mean, you can just see the commits here. 4 o'clock, adding a firing system, adding a cooldown to the lasers, adding some targeting and some targets with some hit points. So this thing is really starting to shape up, and something that with some creative juice become really Really freaking cool. Really impressed. Alright guys, until next time, everybody be safe and we'll catch up soon. Thanks.